new details are emerging about the purported whistleblower complaint made to the intelligence community inspector general last May, and that alleged that misconduct against Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard.
Now, both CBS and The Guardian reporting that the complaint includes details of an intercepted phone call between two members of foreign intelligence who were apparently discussing a person close to Donald Trump. That's according to the attorney for the whistleblower, who goes on to allege that following that call, Gabbard didn't allow NSA officials to distribute that information further like it usually would, instead opting to take a paper copy of the collected intelligence directly to White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles. A day later, the whistleblower's lawyer says Gabbard instructed the NSA to not publish an official report and send the highly classified details directly to her office. The Guardian did report that the person close to Trump mentioned in that phone call is not believed to be an administration official or special government employee.
As for Gabbard, she continues to push back on the idea that she hid the complaint. She made a lengthy post on X calling the allegation a, quote, blatant lie, and detailed her side of the story. She writes, in part, I am not now, nor have I ever been in possession of control of the whistleblower's complaint, so I obviously could not have hidden it in a safe. The first time I saw the whistleblower complaint was 2 weeks ago when I had to review it to provide guidance on how it should be securely shared with Congress. She continued, whistleblower complaints that contain highly classified and compartmented intelligence, even if they contain baseless allegations like this one, must be secured in a safe. After IC Inspector General Fox hand-delivered the complaint to the Gang of Eight, the complaint was returned to a safe where it remains. Now, this all comes as Gabbard continues to receive some criticism for her presence during the Fulton County Election Center raid last month. It was revealed over the weekend that Gabbard's office also took part in a similar raid in Puerto Rico, where FBI officials seized voting machines.
First of all, she wrote an entire dissertation on X. I know that's your platform of choice, but that was the longest response. She needed to just hold a press conference if she had that much to say. I think people have real questions about the fact that she got this complaint in May, and it's unusual, highly unusual for 8 months to pass and for no Congress not to be able to do their job, which is oversight on a complaint like this. And she says, oh, I'm just getting it to you because I didn't realize. So did you see it in May? Did you not? It seems like a bunch of word salad. She also is she oversees foreign intelligence. So people have questions about why she's involved in U.S. elections, why she was in Fulton County in Georgia when we saw the FBI raiding and getting the voting machines and everything. Why is your presence necessary there? So all this ties together as two different
law.
I know, but it's like, why are you interfering with a bunch of things, whether it comes to a complaint from you, from a whistleblower, from when it comes to local elections? Your job doesn't require you to be there. And then there's the response that President Trump gave. He said, I don't know why she was there. And then she said, President Trump sent me to Georgia. So there's a lot of word salad going on, including that long old X post. And it just seems like when you're lying, you're overcomplicating things. You're over-explaining things. I mean, I don't know what
How can you say she's lying? We don't know.
She's possibly not explaining well what she, like, it doesn't seem savory that something about her never made its way to Congress, or one complaint because she said it had no merit. It's like you judging if somebody's making an HR complaint on you and you being the one to decide whether it goes to HR. Is that not a little wild to you that she says she didn't hold it up, but then there's reports of her holding it up? Like, what are the steps of oversight here?
I don't know. There's no way in our position to judge the fairness or the accuracy of the complaint itself. It could just be someone who disagrees with her. Obviously, she is someone who always articulated a very different foreign policy from our bipartisan foreign policy establishment. She was someone who was critical of wars of intervention and regime change. Now, she's part of an administration that I don't think is really executing on the foreign policy vision that she ran for president on or that she liked about President Trump. So is this whistleblower objecting to her views and is more in line with the president? Is it someone, or is it totally something? I don't know. I'm just speculating. I can't say.
Well, I think the bigger problem is that Trump recently called for like nationalizing elections, and he wanted to acquire information from states. And then Tulsi Gabbard, who doesn't deal in this world, was there, as she says, because she was a proxy for President Trump in Georgia. There's a lot of miscommunication. It seemed like lying to us when the stories are changing multiple times. And so people are trying to be wary that you're not inserting foreign intelligence, because there's no sign of foreign intelligence interference in Georgia elections. That was not the question at fault. He says that we're trying to say that elections were stolen. This is what the president's saying, because people were voting because the voting machine. What is he trying to accuse? Because we already said the election was fair and Joe Biden won, but he still wants to look into this. And then Tulsi Gabbard was there, but not telling the American people why. You have to understand why flags are being raised left and right, because it's like the entire department is now hiding information from the American people. The same people that were calling for transparency are not being transparent about why certain entities of our government are involved in local matters.
Yeah, I mean, this also might involve national security, so maybe it's not proper to release it. I mean, who knows? I'm just like, I have no idea. But you said she's lying. We don't know.
I think at the very least,
I don't
it raises constitutional red flags.
We can't do elections. Elections have to be done state by state because that's what the Constitution provides. I don't know if it's the best system. Many states have done a bad job with their elections. I think it's...
And Tulsi Gabbard's the answer to this?
Well, I think it's frustrating that Pennsylvania can't necessarily count the votes on the same day. It's the most important state there is. And we had to wait... In 2020, we had to wait days to find out who actually won. It wasn't close enough this time, and we knew. But I think that's not ideal. I remember Florida, 2000.
I do, hanging Chad.
They really screwed that one up. It was an illegitimate election. They screwed it up so badly because people voted for the wrong thing because they made the ballots wrong. So, just saying,
we can
be better.
We can do better. I don't know that Tulsi Gabbard joining the fray is going to add us doing any better. So, if we're going to communicate, hold a press conference next time if you have that much to say.
Up next, the Guthrie family has released a video on social media urging the possible kidnappers of their mother, Nancy, that they're ready to pay if she is returned safely. Don't go anywhere.